Alrighty. I do believe that if everything is going well on my end, then we should be live. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Dragon Ball Super 1 hour special live discussion for Dragon Ball Super episode 109 and Dragon Ball Super episode 110, as this was, if anything, the epitome of what we the fans have been waiting for and asking for. And I wanted to take a second to say welcome everyone to the chat. For those of you out there who don't know, and I want to give you guys a quick little disclaimer, Crunchyroll.com, Verve, Daisuki, Kiss Anime, wherever it is you guys watch your anime at, everything is down right now. So what you're going to have to do is continuously check in with Verve and Crunchyroll and Funimation and Daisuki and stuff like that, just to see if the episode is up and running. We are going to talk about this together. If you guys are stoked and if you guys essentially love what you saw tonight, slap a like down below, because this episode, if anything, signified what the Tournament of Power should have been from the beginning. Now, I understand that a lot of you guys wanted to see more out of this, per se, in terms of Goku's new power. It is already confirmed, for those of you out there who don't know, it is confirmed that Jiren is the mortal that Whis was referencing in back when Goku asked him if he had any sort of chance in winning the Tournament of Power. So for those of you out there who've been speculating and wondering this entire time, that person is Jiren. Now, where do we go forward from here after Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power? Because if Jiren is supposed to be the mortal that not even a Hakaishin can actually compete with, where do we go from here, right? So Goku's new power, he has the ability to perfect and master the heightened sense of awareness ability. So now he's able to fight just as a angel like Whis was trying to tell him from the beginning of ROF. A lot of you guys have mixed feelings about this because it's sort of like limiting Goku. It's like, alright, well, where does Goku stand now in terms of his strength? Is he stronger than the god? Can he contest with the god now with this ability? So we're going to talk about more or less about everything that transpired here tonight. One thing I do want to say, right? I want everyone in this live stream to hashtag screw Ribrianne, because she should have been out from the beginning. I don't understand why they had her cower away behind a bunch of rocks. She stood behind those rocks. She was antagonizing Jiren. She was antagonizing Goku. Props to Vegeta, man, for blowing this, fat jelly donut away several times, because what I loved about her execution was she was trying to sneak in there and get a few shots at Goku, but Vegeta was like, not today. So that was pretty cool to see. Also, the biggest shocker, I think, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can agree with me, is when Goku asked, for his teammates to, give him some energy. How is it that Gohan, Piccolo, Tenshinhan, Krillin, Master Roshi, we had the androids 17 and 18 give him energy, and then the only two were Vegeta and Frieza, and out of the two of them, Frieza is the one that gives Goku energy? That right there, I think, signifies something very important in the idea that maybe Frieza is going to be playing along as this continues. Now, here's the thing. Now, this is going to blow your mind right now. That's crazy. We're about to break 300 likes right now. Holy crap. Yo, guys, if you guys enjoyed tonight's episode, slap a like on the video, because, I mean, the overall episode signified everything that we've wanted from the beginning. Now, here's a wild little theory that I heard in my Discord chat, which I think is very, very noteworthy. What if by the end of Dragon Ball Super episode 110, what if by the very end of it, the reason why Frieza told Goku, do you remember the events of Namek? Do you think it's because Frieza is going to give Goku energy for him to stand back up and fight? Because if you guys remember the end of the Namek story, it was Goku that gave Frieza energy to essentially get up and go about his day, but instead he decided to shoot back at Goku, which I thought was more than fitting for his character. But what if it's Frieza, the one that actually gives Goku some energy now to stand back up and, kind of compete here in an essence? A lot of you guys are saying, Daisuke this and that. Guys, Right now, Crunchyroll is working on bringing their stream back up right now, so you guys are going to have to give it about, I would say, half an hour. So check back on crunchyroll.com or Verve in about 30 minutes. They're going to have everything. But I wanted to know from you guys right now, live, what did you guys think about this? Did you guys enjoy the fight? In my review, a few of you guys were saying, yo, that was it? All that buildup and that's all we got? So not everybody is happy for this. Not everyone is happy to see the outcome of this battle. But yo, you have to admit, the very end of this episode, it had to have given you goosebumps, man, because when Hit came in and he tried to attack Jiren, and for that moment, for that momentary second when Jiren caught his punch, you already know that shit's gonna go down next week. And plus, with the episode preview, we understand that Jiren is going to completely and just utterly move away from time skip, which is insane. So I want to know right now, what would you guys give a rating for this fight? Would you guys give it a 10 out of 10, a 5 out of 10, a 7 out of 10? What are your thoughts on that? Because for me, at least, having to tell the story, and a lot of you guys have to understand something, this was primarily centered around Goku and Jiren. No involvement with anyone else. It wasn't supposed to be anyone else's fight. It was supposed to be Goku and Jiren. So, you know, taking it for what it is, I'm happy that it centered itself around those two, because why would we want to see any other character be involved aside from Goku and Jiren? This is what everyone had wanted to see from the beginning, right? Is, you know, Goku and Jiren. So, a lot of you guys are saying right now 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Some guy named Mikey P. Savage just gave it a 6.5. Lorenzo just said this was the worst fight in the tournament. Wow. Okay, so some people actually disagreed in saying that this was bad. A lot of you guys seem to agree in saying that it was definitely 10 out of 10. And I do want to thank a bunch of you guys for just subscribing. For those of you out there who are new, I really do appreciate that a lot. But going forward in this, so we understand two things. Jiren is the one that surpasses the gods, or at least is the mortal in which Whis was referencing. And now Goku has the ability to move without thinking, something that not even the gods have learned in their training with the angels. So what does that mean for Dragon Ball Super? Two questions. Number one, who stops Jiren? Who's going to be the one to put Jiren down? Is it going to be Goku? Is it going to be Hit? Is it going to be Vegeta? Is it going to be somebody else? Maybe Frieza? It's really unique to see this, because not even Goku, with his new powers, could put a dent in this man. And granted, I think they kind of took the Super Saiyan God route with Beerus and Goku, because if you guys remember how Super Saiyan God started off, remember how Super Saiyan God gave Beerus a definitive run for his money, and then out of the blue, his God form dies down, he reverts back to his Super Saiyan base, and it's just like, alright, well, where do we go from here? This might be a similar case. We actually might see something similar happen, but the question I want to ask you guys is, do you guys see this technique or this form being brought up in the tournament again? There's 25 minutes left, so the entirety of this fight lasted 5 minutes. And for everyone out there that's complaining about Crunchyroll, that's complaining about Daisuke and Verve, understand that everything is being flooded right now. Check back in 30 minutes to an hour, and everything is going to be up 1080p quality with the subs. There's no point in complaining, because I can't do nothing. Nobody else can do anything about that. It's just the masses that are trying to flood the servers in demanding for this episode. So, one thing I want to say is, looking at how this fight was structured, it was amazing. From start to finish, from Goku having to fight in his base, to throwing down as a Super Saiyan 1 and 2. My only thing is, if they're gonna include Super Saiyan 1 and 2, where the hell was Super Saiyan 3? I get that Super Saiyan 3 drains a lot of stamina from your body, but if Goku wanted to teach Jiren the process of what it is to be a Saiyan, the transformation levels, how cool would it have been to see base form Goku, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken times 10, Kaioken times 20. But instead, they did base, SS1, SS2, God form, and then Blue, and then finally jumping into Kaioken. Now, I'm going to be very honest in my review, in my opinion. A lot of you guys may have seen it during my discussion in my review. I did not like the way they utilized Kaioken times 20. And I think you as a fan ought to feel the same way. Because why is it that Kaioken times 10, when it was first introduced, why is it that that form felt more special and it felt more intense than what we saw in this episode? All we really saw was Goku jump back up on the stage, and when Krillin was talking to Roshi and Tien about, oh, is Goku really going all out? Maybe he should jump to 20. And they all said, well, he is at 20. It was so dumb. It looked so plain. Whatever happened to the concept of what Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 did with making his hair white and the aura being electrifying and the entire atmosphere changing? Here, we got some half-ass, hey guys, it's Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20. The fight was cool. Don't get me wrong, the fight was freaking awesome. But seeing how they executed it, it was just kind of like, okay, maybe they could have done better. So that's just something that I had a little issue with, because why is it that Kaioken times 10, when it was first used against Jiren, looked so good, but then here it's like, oh, poof, here you go, Kaioken times 20. It's like, that was so dumb. Even though I understand they had to rush it, the one highlight for me was the Spirit Bomb. And a lot of you guys are looking at it right now, and a lot of you guys are saying, well, did he really go Kaioken times 20? Yes, he did. Krillin and everyone else confirms this. But even with Kaioken times 20, it just looks so bland. But the Spirit Bomb, seeing what the Spirit Bomb did, and how Jiren pushed it, and then Goku threw it back, and then Jiren pushed it again, and then Goku threw it back, and then Jiren pushed it again, and then he condensed it into a singular ball of mass, which sucked Goku's goofy ass in. But with him being sucked into this mass, and for him to come back from that, it was kind of like, okay, well, where were you the entire time type thing. I love the tension, and you guys have to admit, the tension between Beerus and the Omni King clicking on his face was phenomenal, because Beerus was like, oh no, I'm gonna lose my star player. And for those of you who are saying, yo man, give me the link, there is a link on Crunchyroll.com. I can't keep stressing it enough, man. Crunchyroll.com is gonna have it. And if you guys, as I said before, if you guys are stoked for next week's episode, slap a like down below, because if you're not, something's wrong with you, man. Hit versus Jiren is gonna be fantastic. So there are certain things about the episode that were just a tad bit uneasy. For example, Brienne constantly having to chase down Goku. I loved how Vegeta put her in her place, because just when you thought she was gonna get in the way, she got put down, which I thought was great. You know, screw Brienne. Brienne was definitely not needed here. But I just feel like, personally enough for me, what made the episode that much more intense was following the Spirit Bomb incident. Now, I want everyone in the chat right now to hashtag RIP Dispo and Topo, because they didn't even stand a chance. Those two went in, they tried to scramble with Goku, and thank you so much, Leanne, for subscribing, by the way, and also thank you, Ricardo, for just subscribing. Shout outs to you guys. Anyone who subscribes, I'm gonna give you guys a shout out. So, can we all get a RIP Topo and Dispo, please? Rest in peace, Topo and Dispo, because those two went in, and they thought they could handle this new and improved Goku, and they got bodied. They got bodied to the point where even Jiren told them, stop, don't engage. And that was pretty cool to see. So, personally for me, I think that what made the episode was the Spirit Bomb incident, because it wasn't so lackluster. It was literally something that was like a back and forth kind of thing. Even though some people will say, well, you know, it wasn't more or less a struggle for Jiren, and that's true. I just feel like, personally for me, looking at how Goku engaged with Jiren during that struggle, it was needed. I think it was awesome, and a lot of you guys are saying take the L for Topo. Listen, Topo, it sucks, because after they changed up his bio and they announced that he's not the candidate to be a god anymore, it's like that kind of took away. And a lot of you guys are saying maybe Topo wasn't needed. Yeah, I don't think Topo and Dispo were necessarily needed, but I mean, looking at it at the grand scheme of things, to me, they were like crash test dummies. They were like crash test dummies to Goku, because it was what was needed to showcase Goku's ability. Because why else would Goku decimate Jiren and have Jiren be the one to be decimated when you needed two obstacles, or at least an obstacle to overcome, just to show the audience what he's capable of. So, yo, the way he dodged Topo's Justice Flash, it was just great, because Goku was just like, he was moving in and out, like he was just moving in and out all throughout, you know, his attacks and whatnot. I thought it was great to see. But also, what I wanted to ask you guys right now is, what did you think was missing for this episode? Was it the factor of Goku perhaps not going all in early enough with this form? Was it the fact that the end of the episode showcased Jiren having to literally grab Goku's punch, and after he grabbed Goku's punch, he told him, he was like, yo, it's not enough to defeat me, and he blew him back. And I thought that was so fitting, because it's like, nobody ever expected for Hit to jump in and make the save for Goku. I mean, this is Hit. This is someone who does things on you know, by himself, like solo. And seeing that, I think, was awesome, because even after Jiren was primarily focusing on Goku, he had his eyes set on Jiren as well, because he moved down, he spoke to him and whatnot. But what I want to know from you guys right now is, how do you guys think the outcome, or at least what do you think the outcome is going to be with Hit and Jiren next week? Is Hit going to get decimated? Is Jiren going to be pushed back a little bit? What's unique about this is seeing the development for Hit, because according to spoilers, in case you guys don't know, according to spoilers, it looks like Hit does improve his time skip to momentarily paralyze Jiren, but even that doesn't work. So with this temporary paralysis, how much of an effect is this going to have on Jiren as they continue their fight? Someone just said all the servers are getting shut down because of the overwhelming flood in traffic. Yes, you are correct. There are a lot of people right now on Crunchyroll, on Verve. So as I keep telling you guys, if you keep refreshing it and whatnot, you're not going to get what you want. So give these people a chance to fix the servers, to fix everything. That way you guys can get your fix on watching Goku versus Jiren. So what I loved about this, I don't know if you guys noticed, how crazy is it that Super Saiyan God Goku ain't shit to Jiren? He literally was dodging and blocking all of his attacks with one finger. That's crazy. When was the last time, legitimately, anybody went face to face with Goku and blocked his punches with one finger? Not even Beerus did that. I mean, Beerus engaged with Goku and he beat the crap out of him, but never once did he block all of his attacks with one finger. One finger. So that's pretty crazy. Thank you, Franklin, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Someone just said, Jiren is broken. He is the current Madara of the show. The writers are not going to figure out a way how to stop him, so thus he wins the tournament. Okay, so some of y'all are suggesting that maybe Jiren is going to win. Oh, well, I don't know, man. The thing about Jiren is, correlating to that comment, do you guys think Jiren can win? Hashtag yes or hashtag no. Simple answer. Is he going to win? Or is somebody else going to win? If you believe Jiren's going to win the tournament, hashtag yes or hashtag no. Damn, I can't believe, yo, we're about to break 700 likes. If we can get to 700 likes, I'm going to send you guys pictures of Vado's nudes on Twitter. But just looking at it from an overall standpoint, it is highly possible that Jiren can win, because a lot of you guys seem to have forgotten Jiren's not a bad guy. So even if by some chance he does win, he's not gonna wish for like something crazy. He's not gonna wish for like the death of the universe or whatever. He's going to have the opportunity for himself to possibly wish back and undo all the bullshit that Goku had done. So looking at the comment section now, damn, you guys are torn between this. Some of y'all are saying no, some of y'all are saying yes. Someone just said Jiren is more overhyped than Merge Zamasu. Ooh, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's more overhyped than Merge Zamasu, because looking at it like this, Jiren literally inflicted trauma upon Goku. Now, according to Herms98 on Twitter, the reason and the method of Goku gaining this power was an end result of the overwhelming trauma that he had, sustained during that Spirit Bomb encounter that ultimately got him into discovering this new power. Now, is this power going to be permanent? We don't know. Is this power going to be enough to defeat Jiren? We don't know. Is it possible for Goku to win this tournament by himself? We don't know. What's interesting to note, I think, is because some of you guys were telling me in my breakdown review, a lot of you guys were saying, yo, Frieza's going to attack Goku. This is Frieza's moment. I don't think that Frieza is going to be stupid enough to attack Goku now, because similar to what I just said about the theory of one of my Discord partners, as to what he stated, it is possible that Frieza could give Goku the energy that he needs to get back up on his feet and continue this fight. Remember how Goku gave Frieza energy on Namek just to survive, and Frieza used that to his own selfish need? Maybe the opposite may happen. Maybe it's possible that Frieza now told Goku, hey, do you remember Namek? Here, take some of this, because I want to be the one to kill you, not him. It's highly possible that that happens. Someone is saying that the Omni Kings are going to turn... No, the Omni Kings are not going to have any sort of direct involvement in this tournament. Someone just said, if Frieza gives Goku energy, that'll fully establish his character in being a good guy. No, you are incorrect, because I still think that Frieza is up to no good. He just wants things done his way. And if he does give Goku energy to get back up and fight, that'll be noteworthy. And I personally don't see it. I think that maybe Frieza's going to mock him and then go about his merry little way. Because remember, if you guys don't know, Dragon Ball Super episode, I think 114 and 112, spoilers, somewhere around there, they confirmed that, I think it's 112, when Vegeta saves Kaba from certain disaster, Frieza gets a little antsy. He begins to just feel a certain way about Vegeta and Kaba. So I don't think that Frieza has entirely turned over a new leaf. I think that he is going to be using this tournament to fulfill his agenda. So even if that means giving Goku energy and then screwing him over later, who knows? A lot of you guys are saying Frieza is never going to be good. Someone just said, Spencer just said AnimeRush.com actually has the subs. As I said before, all you're going to have to do is wait for Crunchyroll, Verve, or Daisuke. If you guys can find it a different way, you guys can. But for me personally, I just think that this overall fight was what was needed. And I wanted to get your thoughts on this, guys. So, like, between Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken times 20 Goku, and Jiren, what are your thoughts on that? Because, to me, I think that happened so fast, it kind of took away a little bit. Because, ask yourself, man, what did Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken times 20 Goku do, so to a sufficient level to affect Jiren? Nothing. He didn't do anything. Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken times 20 Goku did jack. And I think that what was missing from the episode was giving Goku at least a bit more in that form, because a lot of us remember the times 10 stuff with Hit, and that was phenomenal. So why is it that Kaioken times 20 looked so stupid? You get what I'm saying? Someone just said, what if there's a possible chance of there being a fusion in this tournament? Now, I know everyone's going to bust a nut over fusion. They want to see fusion. Everyone and their mothers want to see either Vegito or Gogeta in this tournament. I would have to say, I mean, it's possible, but the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. Goku and Vegeta will never fuse in this tournament. And the reason for that is because they want to do things on their own. This is Goku's time to showcase what he could do on a grand basis, to where it's not just one fighter, it's multiple fighters. This is Goku's call. He wants to fight the strongest. He never said he wants to fuse to fight the strongest. He wants to fight the strongest. Similar to Vegeta. They want to do their own thing. So Gogeta and Vegito will never happen in the Tournament of Power. There is no reason. There's no logic for that to happen. You can't use the Potara because they're illegal, and you can't do the fusion dance because I'm pretty certain that Vegeta A doesn't know it, or B just doesn't want to do it. So that's that. In pertains to Jiren, though, what I wanted to ask you guys is, do you think there might be a round 3 with Goku and Jiren in the tournament? Because so far there's 25 minutes left, and we understand that Goku's power had kind of wore off. It's not there. It's similar to the whole Super Saiyan God treatment. It's no longer there. So do you think that Goku's going to have this ability be retained down the line, possibly towards the finale of this tournament, in using it against Jiren, or is it going to be something else that happens? Because some of you guys are saying, yo, he's not going to use his full power and this, that, and the third, and he's not going to gain the form back, and he pretty much lost it. We see Kata here said yes. James Mobile said yes, Goku's bound to retain that power again, this time only knowing its weakness in defeating Jiren. Nathan just said yes. Frank Frank, let me see your name. Boros. I don't wanna butcher your name, bro. But Frank actually said Vegeta will be a key component in eliminating Jiren. We have Big Moody who just said Jiren versus Frieza. We have Ashkal who just said, I think Vegeta is going to be the one that defeats Jiren, because if you look at the way Vegeta was looking at Goku after he transformed, there was no cause for concern. See, here's the thing, right? It is possible that Vegeta may also obtain something huge. Because, yeah, you're right. During this whole time that Goku was fighting in that form, Vegeta wasn't shocked. He wasn't mad. Think about that. Think about how terrifyingly scary that is. Vegeta wasn't concerned at all, dude. Vegeta wasn't in the least concerned about what he saw Goku achieve. And that gives me hope for Vegeta, because now maybe this will mean that Vegeta may have a moment to where he either A, catches up to Goku, or does something to become relevant in this tournament in being compatible, or at least comparable to someone else of a high tier caliber. Now, a lot of you guys want to throw out, the old saying and saying, well, Hit's going to beat Vegeta, or Vegeta's going to beat Hit. The thing about that is, if Hit's going to get decimated next week, who else is going to step in and fight him? Like, it's just very concerning to see the direction in which this goes in. But what I want to know right now is, do you think Vegeta, right? I want to ask all of you guys this. Do you guys think Vegeta has any chance at all in defeating Jiren? Hashtag yes or hashtag no. Now, the reason why I'm asking is because a lot of us want to see that fight go down, but the question lingers as to how effective it's going to be once he does fight Jiren. So if Vegeta does fight Jiren, do you think he can win? And if anything, what are the chances of someone else winning if Vegeta fails? Now, a lot of you guys were asking me. I'm going to let you guys know right now. Crunchyroll is now live with the subs. If you guys want to watch it, it is now live. Crunchyroll has the subs. I'm going to be covering several videos tomorrow, also involving, several different things, the preview breakdown and whatnot. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers that just subscribed to the channel. You guys are awesome. Shout outs to Diamond. Shout outs to Lucha Smiley. Shout outs to, let me see here. Who do we got? We got Emerald Ken. Shout outs to all of you guys. Someone just said, what if Hit is the one that weakens Jiren for Goku to step in and annihilating him? I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to piss off all the Hit fans, but I don't see Hit standing a chance. I mean, he might actually improve quick enough to momentarily hurt him, but I don't see this favoring Hit at all. I think that, like you guys said, this is going to come down to Hit versus Vegeta, and then whatever comes after that is going to come after that. So, somebody just said, don't sleep on Gohan, because Gohan is still a key component in the Tournament of Power. I still have high hopes for him. Gohan, when he saw his father go into that void, that was it for him, bro. He didn't want any more of that. He was like, yo, like, where's dad? Like, he's gone. But looking at this special, what I enjoyed the most was, did anyone else notice how Goku was so serious throughout this entire fight? There was not a moment to where he was, he was like goofing around or he dropped his guard. Goku was serious throughout the entire thing, and I love that so much, because he kept his eye on the prize, that being Jiren, in disregarding disregarding Topo and disregarding Dispo and everybody else. So I personally enjoyed that. I enjoyed how serious he was, and I think that, in my opinion, we're bound to see this power one more time, because also looking at what happened with Beerus was also a tad bit like, not, sad or confused, but he was just a bit like concerned for Goku, because like after he got sucked into the void, Zeno was going to press the button and all hell was going to break loose. But even after Goku came back and Whis pretty much stood up and saying, he did it, he finally, learned what I taught him, that being the ability to master the art of, movement without thinking. That was pretty cool to see. So, in case some of you guys are wondering, let me see, someone just asked, when is the episode? Oh, well, the episode's live right now. Guys, they have the episode live right now on Crunchyroll. So, if you guys, just bottom line is this, if you guys enjoyed, if you guys cannot wait for the next episode, slap a like right now. If we can actually break past 1,000 likes, yo, I'm just gonna lose my shit because looking at everything that went down in this episode, man, it was very fitting. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm going to jump in my Discord server and we're gonna have ourselves a live discussion. So I'm about to just jump in here real fast and just see what some people had to say about this. So let me see what my my Discord peeps had to say about the whole ordeal.
They really should.
Yo, what up, guys? We are live right now.
They should actually explore
We're live
the
right now.
history of Namex, like.
All right, so I wanted I wanted to go on ahead and I wanted to start getting people's thoughts on this episode.
They should explore how the Pride Troopers ever became a concept.
Fallen.
Yeah.
We're live right now, so obviously you guys are talking about the overall.
They should make a documentary on.
Oh god,
beers.
this guy's talking about beers and shit. All right, so Logan, are you in here? Or no, not Logan. Leo, are you in here?
Want us to meet our mics?
Yo, what's up?
Okay, so I want to start with Leo. Leo, what did you think about this episode? In terms of the animation, in terms of the direction, most people aren't really too fond of seeing the fight happen so quick. What did you think about this? Because for what it was worth, I think the whole incident after the spear bomb situation, after that it got really good. Because I didn't like the execution of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20. I felt as if that was lackluster. What did you think about this?
Okay, so you kind of mentioned this earlier before you went live. So Goku, when he pulls out like Blue Kaioken times 10 against Hit,
yeah,
the whole like arena they were fighting in, like the whole place turned red.
Yep.
Goku's skin was like purple from the red mixing with the blue, but
his
here
hair was white, bro. It was amazing.
And here times 20 just looks like normal Blue Kaioken.
Exactly.
Like we don't even like. I feel like. You know how a lot of people got hyped up over what we thought was going to be like a red-haired form? I'd have been down if Kaioken times 20 was that. That could have been cool.
Right. So some people are asking, is this Christopher Sabbath? Yes. We're talking to the voice of Piccolo and Vegeta. But like, do you think that it was just a cop-out for them to do Kaioken times 20 so quick? Because as you just said, it just felt like nothing.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like they'd already planned ahead of time that Kaioken times 20 wasn't going to do anything to Jiren. So unlike with Hit, where Kaioken times 10 actually made like a huge difference in the fight, like Goku would have got stomped without it.
Right.
In this fight, it wasn't really going to accomplish anything anyway, so they just went ahead and got it over with real quick and didn't bother making it look unique.
What did you think about the whole situation with Jiren condensing the spirit bomb into like its own like singular mass?
That honestly has to be one of the most badass things a Dragon Ball character
Nobody has ever
done.
done that before.
Like, I honestly don't have many words to say about that. It was just awesome.
On that, right?
It was awesome.
Now the thing is, right? A lot of people are asking, okay, what happens with Goku after this? I mean, is he going to retain the same ability again, or is he going to get the form again? What do you think? Like, do you think it's possible that he's going to gain it back?
I'm thinking, I don't know how he'll get like. Because obviously it seems to burn his energy really quickly because he restored his stamina by absorbing some of the spirit bomb and it still lasted for a really short time.
Yeah.
Which, it's odd how a technique based on, moving without thinking drains a lot of energy. Maybe I'm not even going to try to go into that. That is a discussion for another day. But what I'm thinking will probably happen is, however he does, I think Goku will probably get the energy to go into it again. And Jiren might... honestly, I don't see anybody touching Jiren if he can fight Goku with this new transformation. Like, I'm sorry, but...
So you don't see Goku winning, bro? Is that what you're saying? You don't see him winning?
Nah.
Damn. Okay, so we got one guy.
As it is, I don't see Goku winning unless... Something I brought up earlier that I was kind of joking about, like... When we originally saw like art for this form, like from the front, we saw it with like that red aura in the background as well, which we haven't seen yet with Goku like shirtless and everything. So if that's like after this point, Goku might be like, oh, this still isn't enough to beat Jiren. Kaioken.
Kaioken times 20, and everything legitimately failed. It was like there was not a single thing that Goku did that would affect him. But let me ask you, do you think the mastery of self-movement had any effect or could have any effect on Jiren? Because we saw that Goku landed a few good shots and he hurt him. Yeah. Like, not significantly hurt him, but he hurt him to the point where Jiren was like, okay, I got you. So do you see Goku having any sort of remote chance in doing that again? or is this going to be very one-sided going forward?
I feel like just because of the way Dragon Ball Super is, if Goku goes at him again, he's at least gonna put up a fight. Like, honestly, I was thinking like, okay, Goku and Jiren are gonna fight. Jiren's gonna get like, you know, tired out a little bit enough to where Hit can actually do something.
Close, bro.
Yeah, like I was thinking, you know, Goku with the new form, he wouldn't win, but he would do some like damage to Jiren to the point where Hit could then do some damage to Jiren to the point where Jiren could then
not even Hit is able to do anything.
Yeah,
dude.
like Hit is okay. Everybody watching this right now, we need to have a moment of silence for Hit. We all know it's coming. Just dicks out from a man.
The thing about him is he jumps in, he attempts to save Goku in essence, and what I love about this the most is I can quote this right now because I'm looking at it as we speak. What's funny is Vegeta tells Goku, explain yourself as to like what had happened. What I love about this entire encounter is how Hit tells Jiren tells Hit, warriors are most open when fighting their enemies. And I'm pretty sure, I'm sure that's Hit telling that to Jiren. And Jiren responds and saying Jiren doesn't have any weak. He says assassin. He says assassin of Universe 6. He goes.
That was actually like Vados describing Jiren.
Yeah,
she was like, oh yeah.
So Jiren looks down on Hit and he goes, assassin of Universe 6. What do you want?
What are you doing here?
And Hit says, I'm working. I love that so much. He legit just asked. He just asked him right now, assassin of Universe 6. What are you doing? And he goes, I'm working. Yo.
So what I'm thinking is, what if Hit is about to try to kill Jiren? Like, what if he realizes non-lethal, he can't do anything, so he might as well try to kill him and get both of them knocked out? Like, because we see Hit going for like the shockwave punch in the preview, and it's hard to tell because Jiren fucking waves it away, but what if he was actually aiming for Jiren's heart? What if Hit is trying to kill Jiren?
Well, I mean, look at the preview, bro. He did that same attack that he normally kills people with, and Jiren deflected that completely. Like he literally blew away the actual attack.
He literally just held out his hand and just kind of flicked it away.
And it flipped into itself. So it's like no matter what anyone does in this tournament, it's safe to say that nobody can have any effect on him.
Also, confirmation that Jiren is the mortal. It's done. It's not the fucking
I told you guys.
Shut up.
Told you guys. It's not the Universe 4 fighters. It's definitely not Rebrian.
Something interesting. Kitella is still chilling.
Yeah. Did anyone else notice? Kitella was smiling. Kitella was smiling while he was leaning back.
Like he was just leaning back, arms behind his head. He's having a grand old time. Like he has like what, 4 fighters left, 2 of which are just random. The other 2 haven't been seen yet. Like, what is his plan? Is his plan for just like Jiren to solo everybody and then Jiren not being able to find the bugs?
See that? Oh yeah. I mean that's a huge possibility. And the idea that perhaps the bugs can. I mean, because there'll be 2 of them in the ring. And remember, the universe with the most fighters wins. Holy shit! What if that's the case? Like
he's just trying to like. He wants some fighter to like think they won, but then they end up wasting a bunch of time trying to track down the bugs in the giant arena.
What if that's the thing? What if those bugs? What if he's relying on those bugs to just be there by the very end, right?
Like imagine if someone brought like subatomic size fighters to like the Tournament of Power and just told them to hide.
Brian Lopez and several others just said Jiren's gonna decimate everyone. There's no point.
I mean, dude, everybody, when everybody surrounded Jiren after Goku went down, I thought my wish was about to come true.
Yo, yeah, they all surrounded him. I was like, even if they jump him, like, are you kidding me? They're not gonna have any effect on that, especially for him. Fallen, are you here, Fallen? Because I wanted to get your thoughts on this. If you can hear me, Fallen, you can go ahead and unmute your mic. I wanted to get your thoughts on this because you were talking earlier, but I don't know if you're still here or not. And if not, I want to go to Dorian. So Dorian, I don't know if you can hear me. You're gonna go ahead and unmute your mic, but I wanted to get like your thoughts on the fight and just everything you saw.
Pretty much, I was hoping for Jiren to just destroy Goku the entire time.
Wait, really? Why?
Yeah, I don't like Goku and Super, to be honest.
Wait, you don't like Goku and Super?
Yeah,
why?
To be honest with you, he's one to like, because back in Z, he was I don't know how to explain it. They just like downgraded his character during Super, to be
Well,
honest with you, because he just like he acts more dumbfounded.
Yeah, I mean, is it because he acts like an idiot? Is that why?
Yeah, he acts like an idiot all the time. He lowers his guard but doesn't learn anything from it.
No, he's learned something from this, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they threw him in just to make up for the fact that that he like what's it called? He lowers his guard all the time. That's why.
Yeah, like, but during that whole ordeal, even with the Pride Troopers, bro, like you have to give him credit in saying that okay, he was able to withstand 3 guys. Well, 2 guys technically. I mean, and they're incredibly powerful as well. Topo and Dispo are very, very good at what they do. So it's like, you know, for him to avoid the Justice Flash and then catching Dispo, who's supposed to be like incredibly powerful. Like it's just
yeah.
But like, what did you think about the whole like Spirit Bomb back and forth struggle?
I liked it. It was pretty much I mean, I didn't expect Jiren to like knock it back like so effortlessly because I was like expecting Jiren to have somewhat of a struggle. But considering that like he made Kaioken times 20, like pretty much garbage compared to Jiren, so he just like deflected it like it was pretty much nothing. So like I was kind of expecting it, but I was a little bit surprised as well. So I don't know. I mean, the way he made it into a black hole, kind of. I was like super surprised at that.
Yo, he condensed the bomb, bro. He condensed the Spirit Bomb into nothing but a singular mass. And,
nobody has done that before. I was surprised. Like that probably caught everybody off guard because nobody has done that before.
So let me ask you: do you see these guys having any sort of rematch, or like in terms of like Goku catching that new power again and then having to use it again, or is it going to be something to where it's over and done with? We saw what we saw, and there might be another winner, or at least someone else that steps up to Jiren.
Okay, sorry. Can I go first?
Yeah, you can go. You can have Techno.
All right, thanks. By the way, my name is Tempest Mask 1000. Just letting y'all know
What's
in
up,
case
bro?
you might have heard of me. Yeah, no. Glad to be here, Alex. Glad to be here.
Thank you,
Anyway, do I think that we're gonna have a rematch? I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, this guy, from what we've seen, we're not done yet. Like, we're nowhere near done with Jiren, and I'm pretty sure we're not done with him fighting Goku.
25 minutes left, bro.
I'm sorry, what? Oh,
I'm saying 25 minutes left of the tournament, so it's not ending anytime soon.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you're right. I mean, that may be true, but just because we got a time doesn't mean that they can't manage to throw things in. Now, I know that sounds a little weird because like when you think about it, like to be fair, since when has time been a crucial thing in Dragon Ball? Like,
you're correct.
For all I know, and for my many years in knowing in the series, because I've watched Dragon Ball, heck, even the original since my childhood, and even I know that time. It's not always going to be
time
like
is never relevant in Dragon Ball because remember Frieza, 5 minutes and then this planet will explode and then nothing ever happened.
Yeah,
it was like, it blew up.
I mean
like,
that's always one of the most infamous. Yeah,
the time factor never changed, but here it's different because like once it's down to 0, we need a winner. Like we need a winner. Also, for those of you out there who don't know, there is a mysterious warrior or a mysterious person that was just revealed after the special. Now, the reason why this is being brought up is because if you look and you pay attention, there is this scan. I'm going to post it on my Twitter. In case you guys are not following me at Twitter, I'm going to post my Twitter right now, or you can just go to the description box. I'm going to post it on Twitter right now. There is this image going around of this unknown fighter that's behind Goku and Hit and several others. It definitely does not look like Jiren in terms of like body structure and the way like they're outlined, but it's definitely somebody. So Techno,
what does he? Sorry, wait, sorry. Okay, no, you go first. What
no,
are you gonna say?
I was gonna ask you like, like, is this foreshadowing something? Is this something to where we have to keep note of? Because it's just very weird to me how we get this, and I'm gonna go ahead and post it on the Discord chat right before I post it on my Twitter. I'm gonna show you guys firsthand just what was shown earlier today, and as you guys can see on Discord, that's what it is. It says coming soon. Who is that? We don't know who that is. And for those of you who are following me on Twitter, I'm gonna put that same image on Twitter right now. So my question, Techno, is this somebody to look after, or and just pay attention to, or is it just going to be some fodder-like figure, you think, in your opinion?
I don't think it's going to be fodder whatsoever. I'm sure it's probably not going to be like too huge of a threat, come to think of it. Like I'm trying to compare this mysterious fighter to the last couple of mysterious fighters, for that matter, that we had from Universe 4. And when you think about it, those guys actually did pose some sort of challenge. Sure. Like, I'm sorry, I can't remember their names exactly. It is fleeing my mind right now, especially because they've been defeated for like, I don't know how many episodes, but those guys were like, yeah, those guys caused a bit of problem. This other mysterious fighter, well, we'll have to see about that. I don't think that they're going to just treat him like nothing. Like, we already had one character who was treated like nothing, and that was Dr. Rota from Universe 6.
Oh my god, please don't start the whole Dr. Rota, because everyone's going to be...
I'm not going to start it, I promise.
Everyone in the chat's going to be like, Dr. Rota's the ultimate, god of destruction.
I'm sorry,
And I want to give a quick thank you to Marshmallow Expert 1.0 for the $10 donation and saying, I don't recall Toei mentioning Super Saiyan White in an interview before this arc took place. Could that form possibly take place at the mere end of this tournament? Super Saiyan White, nah, I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't see Super Saiyan White happening. I don't get why people are referencing that a lot, but Super Saiyan White isn't a thing in my opinion. Everyone is saying, everyone's hashtagging Dr. Rota now. Wow. But going back, no, that's all right. Going back to the whole fight. What do you like? Do you think that there was anything that took away from this fight a little bit in terms of like presentation or structure, or was it like full on amazing in your opinion?
Well, I mean, when looking at the fight, definitely was pretty interesting. I think this is the best, like one of the finest that Super has done thus far, especially the anime. Like, okay, last time I definitely was interested as to how they did 108 in terms of what they showed us, but in terms of fight, I mean, it was pretty much what you would probably expect from Super. Here, I actually saw the return of a few familiar things. I remember watching a video from Hail Zeon and how he mentioned that Super kind of seemingly dropped the old Dragon Ball Z technique where multiple fighters were shown in a frame of animation to make it look like they were moving fast or dodging all those strikes back in the old classic Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Here, I definitely saw that with the fists from Super Saiyan God Goku, and then the new mastery of self-movement Goku when he was fighting Jiren. And I was like, oh my god, they're finally actually doing it. And in terms of the Spirit Bomb, I mean, definitely, yeah. I mean, like the whole choreography of the fight and the way it was animated. Yeah, definitely one of the finest so far from Super. Was everything good about it though? Probably not. Like there were a few moments where I was like, okay, this is happening. Like I remember you mentioning the Kaioken times 20.
Yeah, that was not a thing for me, man. It was so casual. Even Leo explained it was just a casual thing. It's like, why is it that Goku pushed himself in changing the entire atmosphere of the Champa stage and just the overall feel and tension and just the coloring and the shading, everything about Kaioken times 10 felt special because it looked so different. Even though maybe people would say, oh well, it's a significant jump in power, yada yada. Oh, like in terms of design, it still looked really nice. And it's just a matter of question of, okay, well, why does Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 not have this times 20 not have the same effect? So like, what did you think about that? Like, was that a cop out, or was that something just like it was needed just to push the narrative?
I mean, that's a slightly tough call to make. I honestly think that Kaioken times 20 was obviously gonna have to come out somewhere, because if it wasn't gonna be me, it was gonna be from the fans. I mean, in terms of Kaioken times 10, we never really looked at like, okay, hold on, how do I put it this way? Kaioken times 10 is a pretty nice thing to see and has had a bit of iconic sort of, okay, I just saw your image, by the way, pretty cool. Yeah, very intriguing. We'll get to that in a moment though. Kaioken times 10 compared to 20 times 20 has had like a more memorable moment especially due to how it was used at Frieza at the time and stuff. Times 10, on the other hand, was first introduced in the Tree of Might. A lot of you people might remember the Tree of Might and how Goku said he used the times 20, but in the original Japanese, no, that was definitely a times 10. I guess the reason why times 20 just sort of fizzed here was simply because they needed to they thought it was finally time to bring it out, but then I'm guessing they just wanted to show how strong Jiren was and how it had to take a huge push, such as the new form, to show it off. I mean, my only problem with that was I wish there was a little bit of a differentiation between design in this. Like, I thought times 20 looked a lot like times 10 in blue, but aside from that, that's all I gotta say.
So I think that it's safe to say that a lot of people are just very excited to see what's going to come out of this, because looking at what Jiren did in this episode, right? He effortlessly annihilated Goku in many different stages. He scrubbed him out after he was a Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, beat him out of that. He put him in trauma, bro. Like, translated by Herms, the power that he obtained was due to the immense trauma that he was going through during that moment with the Spirit Bomb. And looking at it from like a general standpoint, I can see the form or the power returning one more time. But I don't know, man. Looking at how Jiren was able to like tank that, because in essence they were going blow for blow, but we don't know if Jiren was really going all in or not. I mean, it's safe to say that maybe Goku was, but then again, he was very calm during that engagement too. So I don't know. To me, it's just it's a little weird. But nonetheless, what I want to do here is I'm gonna come back to the Discord chat in about maybe 10 minutes or so to get more feedback from you guys. But even transitioning back into the general chat right now with you guys, some of you guys are saying, is it on Crunchyroll? Yes. Dragon Ball Super right now is on Crunchyroll. The episodes are out, so you guys can go on ahead and check those out. First things first, I do want to go on ahead and thank each and every single one of you guys that have subscribed to the channel tonight. Thank you guys so much for that. Just looking at this episode, man, I think, in my opinion, this was the best episode in the Tournament of Power. I think that there is no other episode that supersedes, what we saw tonight thus far in Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power. Some of you guys may argue and say, well, the stuff with Zamasu, the stuff with Vegito, the stuff with, other characters was that much better. That's all opinion based, but for me, I think that, in my opinion, looking at the structural foundation and the animation and the choreography and everything that went down, this was hands down the best episode. So I wanted to go on ahead and thank all of you guys for tuning in onto this live stream. Thank you all so very much for subscribing. If you guys cannot wait for next week's episode, go on ahead and slap a like down below. If you guys are new to the channel, consider punching that subscribe button, guys, as we are going to do more videos going a little bit more in depth with certain things tomorrow in terms of theories and discussions and whatnot. By far, man, the best episode, I think, in a very long time. The episode is out on Crunchyroll.com. It is out in several other places. You guys can go on ahead and visit it now. I wouldn't suggest bombarding the websites because that's really not going to help the cause. But either way, guys, I want to go on ahead and say thank you all so very much for watching. I truly hope you guys did enjoy. And if anything, we might host another live stream next week. Just to, talk more or less about that fight between Hit and Jiren. So thank you all so very much for being here. This video is going to be up in a matter of, I would say, a half an hour or so. So if you guys want to go back and touch up and just watch it, you guys can feel free to do so. Thank you all so much once again, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comments, guys. Have